depository financial institutions are uh, institutions that operate using individuals' money or other people's money. That money is called a deposit. However, non-depository financial institutions the same way operates using individuals' money, but that money is not a deposit. So probably you might be wondering about what one of the money is called a deposit and one is not. So to classify the money that's collected from individuals as a deposit or not, we should understand the characteristics of deposits. A deposit is where you put your money in one institution or any other party, and you will receive a periodic interest based on your agreement. So it has a return. So in some scenarios, you might agree to have no return from the start, like in a checkable deposit account. But that is also an agreement. If you agree to have a specific interest from the start, you know how much interest that banks or financial institution or that party pays you. So he can only pay you based on that agreement. That will not be up or down. Also, probably you might take your money whenever you want or put it there until the maturity period based on your agreement. However, for example, think of a pension fund. This is a fund that give you a retirement benefit when you retire from your work. So the money that you contribute to these funds is not considered as a deposit because you cannot take your money whenever you want or after waiting for some time with the agreement of this fund. But in depository financial institution, you have to one is to take out your money whenever you want, like in demand and saving accounts or in time deposits account or fixed deposit account. You will have an agreement from the start with the bank. I will not withdraw the money until this specific date, and the money will remain with the bank for several or for some time that you have been agreed on. So you cannot do that in pension funds. If you see mutual funds, the money that is invested in mutual funds is not considered as a depository because before that a mutual fund is a fund that receive money from different parties, but notice that money is not considered as deposit. Remember this. So they collect the money from different persons. They will invest that money, and after getting a return on that investment, they will prorate their profit to the investors that they receive the money from by taking some amount of money for themselves as a commission. So it is difficult to name this money as a deposit. That's the money that you invest in a mutual funds, because in a bank or other depository financial institution you will receive a periodic interest payment or a return based on pre-agreed amount. However, in a mutual funds, if the mutual funds is more profitable, it will give you more amount of money or return for your investment. However, this mutual funds incurs loss, even it might not pay you anything. So you will not have any agreement to have some amount of return from the start, and that is not the nature of a deposit. So a deposit is the money that you put in a financial institutions that pays you back agreed amount of return, and that you can withdraw the money based on the agreed specific date, or if you agree to withdraw any time, like demand and saving accounts, you can also withdraw it whenever you want. Even for example, if we see insurance companies are not a depository financial institution. The money that you invest in insurance company is not considered as a deposit. Why? Because you cannot withdraw the money easily, and the return is contingent. You might get the return if you incur some accident, or you might not get anything from that insurance company after paying all of those amount of monies for that insurance company. That's why we classify insurance companies as in a depository financial institution. So you might think that after hearing this, all banks are a depository financial institution, but some banks are not a depository. For example, if you see investment bank, it's not a depository financial institution, it's a non-depository.